Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel English Learner. Today we are going to do some important MCQs on literary movements, which is a part of your KVS and NVS exam. Let's start. Question number 1. The age of Dryden and Pope is also called the Romantic Age, Victorian Age, Augustan Age, or Modern Age. The correct answer is Augustan Age. Question 2. Neoclassical poetry preferred which meter predominantly? Blank verse, free verse, heroic couplet, or ballad meter? The correct answer is heroic couplet. Question number 3. The Augustan Age is primarily associated with which literary movement? Romanticism, Modernism, Classicism, or Postmodernism? The correct answer is Classicism. Question 4. The heroic couplet was perfected during the age of Romanticism, Modernism, Classicism, or Structuralism. The correct answer is Classicism. Question 5. Alexander Pope's poetry reflects the principles of romantic freedom, neoclassical restraint, feminist ideology, or post-colonial resistance. The correct answer is neoclassical restraint. Question 6. Wordsworth's preface to lyrical ballads is considered the manifesto of Classicism, Romanticism, Modernism, or Structuralism. The correct answer is Romanticism. Question 7. Romantic criticism emphasized rules of Aristotle, imitation of classical models, emotion and imagination, or scientific objectivity? The correct answer is emotion and imagination. Question 8. Romantic poetry is a reaction against medievalism, realism, 18th century rationalism, or structuralism. The correct answer is 18th century rationalism. Question 9. The Romantic movement marked a return to urban life, courtly manners, nature and common humanity, or satirical wit? The correct answer is nature and common humanity. Question 10. Victor Hugo called Romanticism as realism in literature, structuralism in art, liberalism in literature, or classical revival? The correct answer is liberalism in literature. Question 11. The publication of lyrical ballads in 1798 marks the culmination of Classicism, Renaissance, Romanticism, or Modernism? The correct answer is Romanticism. Question 12. Fragmentation and stream of consciousness are features of Romanticism, Classicism, Modernism, or Structuralism? The correct answer is Modernism. Question 13. The term stream of consciousness was first used by James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, T.S. Eliot, or William James? The correct answer is William James. Question 14. T.S. Eliot's poetry reflects romantic idealism, classical balance, modernist disillusionment, or medieval romance? The correct answer is modernist disillusionment. Question 15. Modernism arose as a response to French Revolution, Renaissance, World War I, or Industrial Revolution. The correct answer is World War I. Question 16. Alienation and existential anxiety are the themes of Classicism, Romanticism, Modernism, or Augustan literature. The correct answer is Modernism. Question 17. The term postmodernism was first used by Derrida, Charles Jenks, Lyotard, or Eagleton. The correct answer is Charles Jenks. Question 18. Rejection of grand narrative is associated with Romanticism, Classicism, Modernism, or Postmodernism. The correct answer is Postmodernism. Question 19. Irony, parody, and self-reflexivity are traits of Classicism, Romanticism, Modernism, or Postmodernism. The correct answer is Postmodernism. Question 20. Postmodern novels reject the distinction between prose and poetry, form and content, high and low culture, or fact and fiction. The correct answer is high and low culture. Question 21. Feminist literary criticism primarily examines structure of language, colonial discourse, gender representation and patriarchy, or narrative technique. The correct answer is gender representation and patriarchy. Question 22. The Stonewall Riots 1969 influenced Romanticism, Classicism, gender and queer theory movement, or Structuralism. The correct answer is gender and queer theory movements. Question 23. Feminist criticism challenges scientific rationality, natural description, male-dominated literary canon, or romantic imagination. The correct answer is male-dominated literary canon. Question 24. Gynocriticism focuses on male writing tradition, women as writers and their texts, colonial resistance, or structural linguistics. The correct answer is women as writers and their texts. Question 25. Post-colonial theory gained prominence with Edward Said's Mythologies, Orientalism, 1978, of Grammatology, or The Sources. The correct answer is Orientalism, 1978. Question 26. Neoclassical poetry preferred which meter predominantly? Blank verse, free verse, heroic couplet, or ballad meter? The correct answer is heroic couplet. Question 27. The neoclassical doctrine emphasized individual imagination, emotional overflow, rules, decorum, and restraint, or fragmentation? The correct answer is rules, decorum, and restraint. Question 28. The dominance of prose and reason is associated with Romanticism, Classicism, Modernism, or Postmodernism. The correct answer is Classicism. Question 29. Periphrases and personification are the typical devices of Romantic poetry, Modernist poetry, Augustan poetry, or post-colonial writing. The correct answer is Augustan poetry. Question 30. Romantic criticism is described as legislative, judicial, impressionistic and individualistic, or structural. The correct answer is impressionistic and individualistic. Question 31. Wordsworth defined poetry as imitation of nature, moral instruction, spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, or dramatic spectacle. The correct answer is spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Question 32. Romanticism marks a shift from reason to logic, objectivity, imagination and emotion, or satire. The correct answer is imagination and emotion. Question 33. The revival of medievalism is characteristics of classicism, modernism, romanticism, or structuralism. The correct answer is romanticism. Question 34. The publication of Thomson's The Season 1730 marks the beginning of modernism, romantic revival, realism, or symbolism. The correct answer is romantic revival. Question 35. Romantic poetry emphasized sympathy for aristocracy, urban elite, common man and rural life, or the royal courts. The correct answer is common man and rural life. Question 36. Modernist literature is marked by linear narrative, moral certainty, fragmentation and disillusionment, or classical decorum. The correct answer is fragmentation and disillusionment. Question 37. The concept of objective correlative is associated with Wordsworth, Coleridge, T.S. Eliot, or Derrida. The correct answer is T.S. Eliot. Question 38. The waste land represents Romantic idealism, Victorian morality, modernist despair and cultural crisis, or post-colonial protest. The correct answer is modernist despair and cultural crisis. Question 39. The technique of interior monologue is linked with classicism, romanticism, modernism, or medievalism. The correct answer is modernism. Question number 40. Neoclassical literature emphasized subjectivity, mysticism, clarity and rationality, or symbolism. The correct answer is clarity and rationality. Question 41. Postmodernism questions the idea of individual emotion, rational thought, universal truth, or poetic diction. The correct answer is universal truth. Question 42. The term grand narratives was criticized by Derrida, Eagleton, Lyotard, or Said. The correct answer is Lyotard. Question 43. Mixing of genres and playful experimentation are traits of Romanticism, Classicism, Postmodernism, or Structuralism? The correct answer is Postmodernism. Question 44. Postmodern fiction is often linear, moralistic, self-reflexive and metafictional, or didactic? The correct answer is self-reflexive and metafictional. Question 45. Feminist criticism emerged prominently in 18th century, 19th century, 20th century, or Renaissance? The correct answer is 20th century. Question 46. Feminist theory challenges grammar rules, heroic couplet, patriarchal ideology, or meter? The correct answer is patriarchal ideology. Question 47. Elaine Showalter is associated with structuralism, Marxism, gynocriticism, or deconstruction? The correct answer is gynocriticism. Question 48. Feminist criticism studies author's biography only, representation of women in texts, syntax patterns, or historical dates? The correct answer is representation of women in texts. Question 49. Post-colonial theory interrogates medieval legends, scientific progress, colonial power structures, or classical tragedy? The correct answer is colonial power structures. Question number 50. The Empire Writes Back is associated with structuralism, post-colonial theory, Romanticism, or Modernism? The correct answer is post-colonial theory. Question number 51. Post-colonial studies address issues of rhyme scheme, meter, race, ethnicity and displacement, or satire? The correct answer is race, ethnicity and displacement. Question number 52. Edward Said's Orientalism critiques romantic imagination, classical form, Western representation of the East, or feminism? The correct answer is Western representation of the East. So these were the MCQs on the literary movements. अगर आप सबको ये कंटेंट पसंद आया है, प्लीज लाइक द वीडियो, सब्सक्राइब द चैनल एंड प्रेस द बेल आइकन. और अगर आपको ऐसी ही सिमिलर वीडियोस चाहिए, यू कैन ऑल्सो पिन डाउन द कमेंट and tell us that which content you want.